Hi guys! In this video you'll see how the actors of the movie National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 1989 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they look then and what's with them now in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase, is a man full of optimism and romanticism. Always tries to create the perfect family moments, especially during the holidays. Is deeply devoted to his family and feels responsible for their happiness. He is accustomed to following traditions. Ellen Griswold is a charming and attractive woman. She is a loving mother and wife and shows patience and understanding to her husband despite his failures. She demonstrates optimism and a desire to take the positives out of any situation. Rusty Griswold, Johnny Galecki, is Audrey's older brother and despite occasional conflicts has a warm relationship with his family. Sometimes he's ashamed of his father's actions, but because of this not ceases to love him, adequately relates to family values. Cousin Eddie Johnson is an eccentric and unlucky man. His appearance with some primitive behavior makes him memorable. Often shows misunderstandings of social norms and social situations and lack a sense of tact. The role is performed by Randy Quaid. Cousin Catherine Johnson, Marian Flynn, is one of the close relatives of the Griswold family. She has a bright charisma and is able to bring originality into the everyday life of the family. Catherine has a quirky personality but fits in well with her family. Clark Griswold Sr. shows creativity, especially when it comes to preparing for Christmas. He can be clumsy at times, but shows sincerity and warmth, even if his plans do not come true. Played by John Randall, who died in 2004 of natural causes. Nora Griswold is a typical housewife, caring and attentive to her family. She shows a sense of humor and patience in difficult situations, as well as bringing harmony to the family and trying to keep traditions alive. The role was performed by Diane Ladd. Art Smith lives next door to Griswold, but he isn't always friendly. He is distinguished by his emotional nature, accustomed to expressing his opinion and proving that he is right. He is not modest. Played by E.G. Marshall, who died of lung cancer in 1998. Frances Smith is Art's legal wife. Like other members of the family, stands out for its communication style in a raised voice without respect for the opinion of the interlocutor. Has a curious nature. Played by Doris Roberts, who died in 2016 of a stroke. Lewis lives next door to the Griswolds and interacts with them some periods of time. Has a certain life experience, a slightly eccentric nature and self-confidence. Not very observant. Played by William Hickey, who died of emphysema and bronchitis in 1907. Rocky Johnson gets along well with his sister Ruby and spends quite a lot of time with her. He is characterized by curiosity and keen interest in the things around him. Is active and carefree, but can be attentive. The role was performed by Cody Berger. Bethany is neighborly with Griswolds and may even share some holidays with them. Despite her age, she retains a somewhat childlike enthusiasm. She's not a fearful person, rather curious. Played by Mae Questel, who died in 1998 of Alzheimer's disease. Bill, Sam McMurray, is this disgruntled person who can't stand it when other people give him trouble. If it happens, he doesn't hesitate and hurries to clear up the relations with the troublemakers. He is distinguished by a suit that barely fits in the stomach area. Todd Chester, Nicholas Guest. He is middle class, but overall he is a pretty fast-moving person. He is neat, accustomed to living correctly, and strives to be ideal in many areas, even if it's difficult for him. Not used to being rude or aggressive to others. Margot Chester, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is in a committed relationship with Todd and also lives next door to the Griswold family. She is a successful, stylish, and well-groomed woman who doesn't like chaos in her affairs, has a knack for showing concern for others. Mary became the object of desire for Clark for some time. She is well aware of the influence she has on men and successfully uses it to satisfy her ego. She has a good self-esteem and is completely confident in her irresistibility, played by Nicholas Scorsese. Delivery boy is an intimidated man who feels awkward when communicating with clients, however responsibly fulfills his duties and makes every effort to deliver packages to the recipients on time, not afraid to look stupid. They're always played by Keith McKitchney. Frank Shirley is the head of the company where Clark works. He has a strict character and doesn't maintain particularly warm relations with his employees. He can be categorical and only care about his own problems. The role is played by Brian Doyle Murray. Mrs. Shirley, Natalia Nogulich, is Frank's wife. She's determined and clearly knows what actions she needs to take even in an unusual situation. She can be somewhat mannered and wise at times, but is also not devoid of understanding for the problems of others. SWAT officer has a somewhat rugged nature and is able to coordinate the actions of his team. He carefully develops a plan of action before each operation and doesn't get angry if something doesn't go according to plan. The role is played by Alexander Falk. Audrey Griswold is a typical teenager who is overcome by worries about her future and failure to accept some of her parents' instructions. She has the ability to emphasize, especially when it comes to her parents' failures. The role is played by Juliette Lewis. Ruby Sue Johnson, Ellen Latson, is a kind and caring girl who has a warm relationship with her parents. She is sincere in her expressions and reacts to various situations with a pure and spontaneous sense of wonder. She believes in magic and is quite observant. Cobb was dispatched to a call at Griswold's home. He is a well-trained employee who has quick reactions and good intelligence, which allows him to make quick decisions in stressful situations. He is stress-resistant. The role is performed by Jeremy Roberts. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.